Today we're talking about all the amber cards in Rise of the Floodborn. And why are we doing that? So we know what's up. So we know the cards so we can try to make the spicy decks. We got to know the cards to beat the cards, right? And we're going to start off today with Bashful. And when I click the button, these green things come up. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of a workaround. There he is. There's Bashful. This character can't quest unless you have another Seven Dwarves character in play. And it's not that hard to get another Seven Dwarfs character in play. There's plenty of them, and they have to have this keyword right here. They have to have the attribute Seven Dwarfs to be able to have this character quest. Otherwise, you can challenge, and that's okay. But you can't do much else. I give Bashful questing for 5 stars. Next up is the Christopher Robin. He's the adventurer. Christopher Robin, adventurer, the 6 cost, 2/6 that nobody saw coming. He's got the Pooh Bear, his telescope, his little map of Treasure Planet, and who's that up there? I could only think it's Orville, am I right? We'll always be together ability. Whenever you ready this character, if you have 2 or more other characters in play, gain 2 lore. I've never made it work. If you've made it work, let me know in the comment section down below. I really like Christopher Robin. I wish he was a bit more playable, and I'll be honest, I want to dress like this every day of my life. The blue shorts, the yellow shirt. I loved it. I wanted to be Christopher Robin when I was a kid. The Cinderella is one of the best cards in Rise of the Floodborn. I'll say it right now. We're already on to card 3. It's one of the best cards in all of Rise of the Floodborn. It's got the Singer 3 ability, which means that you can sing the best steel songs that there are. You can sing Let the Storm Rage On, or you can sing Strength of the Raging Fire to be able to deal the damage you need to do on turn 2. You put this out, you can remove other characters that have 2 willpower. It's incredible. It's one of the best cards in Lorcana. And she has an enchanted version. Ooh. This card won the first North American Disney Lorcana Challenge, Atlanta. It was this card played with the fairy godmother, the one amethyst one in this set. Like, you play her and then it exerts a chosen character and then you can do stuff, and then it was just all together a good deal. Cinderella is what's up. You gotta talk about the Cobra Bubbles next. Cobra Bubbles is a 7 cost inkable character, and you can tell from his prices that he's not very playable. Even in a Mufasa deck, people don't play the Cobra Bubbles because he's not gonna do what you want him to do. It's gonna be pretty hard to get him out there, and then when you get him out there, red, they're just gonna be able to remove it one way or the other. I guess this doesn't die to Medusa, which is cool that they did that, but dies to Lady Tremaine. We missed some flavor text on Cinderella. We got to read this flavor text right here. Just a social worker. Now, let me get this straight. Your magic spell book got me washed away in a flood of magic ink. Why isn't he a Floodborn? Why is he a Storyborn? Where is the Floodborn Cobra Bubbles? We did miss 3 flavor texts. Bashful, life is a little sweeter with friends. Couldn't be more true. Christopher Robin, look, Pooh, have you ever seen anything so grand? What's grand that he's talking about? Is he looking at Cinderella in the grand ballroom? And then Cinderella's flavor text. I didn't know that they got rid of her flavor text for the Enchanted. That's too bad. The flavor text says, with a magical dress and a song in her heart, she dazzled everyone at the ball. Well, that's a good deal. Sometimes you gotta dazzle them at the ball. This is Doc, and I'll say it, he's underrated. The leader of the 7 Dwarves. He got that 7 door keyword that procs with a Bashful. Share and share alike. Whenever this character quests, you may pay 1 less ink for the next character you play this turn. He is in charge of this outfit. He is slaying this outfit. Look at that, the little red beanie. Ooh. Why does he only have 4 fingers, though? Where's his other finger? Am I right? The 3 cost uninkable. This thing plays right into the curve. It's a great card to play. You play Pluto first, and then you play this, and then you reduce the cost a whole bunch, and it was a whole wombo combo. Doc is what's good. Doc will probably be around for a while if you don't have a playset of Docs, and you're wanted to play Amber or Mufasa at some point. This might be a good card to have. Dopey, he's waving, and what the heck? He only has 4 fingers there, too. Always playful. Odd one out. When this character is banished, your other 7 dwarf character gets +2 strength until the start of your next turn. He's a real gem. He gets the people going. He says, you know what? I'm banished. Here's 2 strength, and it can go to Doc. It can go to Bashful. It's your other 7 dwarves characters, yeah. Yeah, it's just your other 7 dwarves characters, so it doesn't work on the Snow White, which is not the best, especially when you're playing them in that synergy. But who knows? We got a whole nother set of dwarves in this last set, Shimmering Skies. So if there's 7 dwarves, let's see, we're doing math on the phone right now. There's 7 dwarves, and we have 2 sets of those. That's 14, and we can have 4 of each of those cards. That's 56 dwarves that we could have in a deck. Those are all dwarves. Throw in a couple of Snow Whites, and then you're cooking. I think we're going to play an all dwarves deck tomorrow. This is Eudora, and she says that love holds everything together. She's got that 9 willpower. Who's got more willpower than Eudora? Not a lot of people. I'm talking like Goofy has more. She quests for 2. She's all right. She's a vanilla. She doesn't have good attributes either. Like if she had Queen or something, that'd be sick. There was a new Tinkerbell revealed today, and it has a Queen and a Captain synergy. So that's cool. This is Gaston, and lots of people like him for the replacement of Ariel Spectacular Singer. If you don't have Ariel Spectacular Singer, we got Ariel Spectacular Singer at home. Even though I guess Gazelle does this a little bit better. Gazelle is a 2/3 that quest for 2. Would you prefer Gaston or would you prefer Gazelle? I think this gets outclassed by Gazelle. He says no one sings like Gaston, but literally Ariel Spectacular Singer and Gazelle from Zootopia both have the same stab lines. I think there's 2 people that sing like Gaston. Am I right? Zooga Booga, hardly know her. Grand Duke, it was spicy. It still could be spicy. This is a tech that you might need to know about, that you might say, hey, what if my opponent plays a Grand Duke? I guess if it's open deck list in DLC, like top 64, you would see Grand Duke and then you would know to play around it. But it's a bit spicy. They could play it out so Medusa doesn't do the Medusa things. Your princess, king, and queen character gets +1 strength. That means that Beast Tragic Hero goes to a 4, and then Medusa can't get it. It would also mean that your Cinderella can go to a 2/2. It can mean that any of your prince or princess characters, it can mean your Simba, your Mufasa's. Grand Duke is a little bit of spice, but Lumiere just does it better. Lumiere just gives everybody +1 strength. Would you rather Grand Duke or Lumiere? Lumiere, right? You all know the one that I'm talking about? The fire Shimmering Skies. It's not Shimmering Skies either. I think it's Ursula's Return. This guy. Lumiere. Your other characters gets +1 strength. It doesn't have to have the synergy keyword. They just get it. I like it, but it is outclassed by Lumiere. This is Grumpy, and look how upset he is. He's crossing his arms. 1, 2, 3 fingers. Bad-tempered. Storyborn ally and the 7 dwarves keyword. Very important to have that 7 dwarves. He's a 3/4 at 4. Your other 7 dwarves character gets +1 strength. So what's the advantage over him and him? Is it just that costs 1 less? This gives it permanent. This gives it not permanent. I'd rather be rocking this Grumpy than this Dopey, but if you're playing 7 dwarves, you're playing 7 dwarves. Here's Happy. He's got you couldn't pick a better friend because he's got a pick. Come on now. Storyboard ally, 7 dwarves. Support. Whenever this character quests, you may add their strength to a chosen character's strength this turn. That's not a bad support character. I kind of like that. And look how happy he is. Oh man, he's smiling. King Louis, I probably have the most of. This is probably the super rare that I have the most of. I cannot stop pulling King Louis out of Rise of the Floodborn packs. He's the Jungle VIP. Cool it, boy. Unwind yourself. Whenever your character is banished, you may remove up to 2 damage from this character. Whenever another character is banished, you may remove up to 2 damage from this character. Ooh, so he can attack somebody and then heal himself up if he banishes it. Not a bad deal, but also not very playable with the amount of ink that you have to pay for King Louis. This is Mickey Mouse, the friendly face. He says, glad you're here. Whenever this character quests, you may pay 3 ink for the next character. 3 less ink for the next character that you play this turn. It's like Doc. It's like Gaston, but it does it too late in the ink curve. This is one of those cards that got printed in the D100 collector's box, which is still weirdly available right now. And this one, he's holding the door open. I just figured out that he's standing in front of the door there. That's the same outfit. Wow, that's crazy. He's opening the door. Who's he opening it for? He's opening it for Pluto, the friendly pooch. And we see that into the Inklands when Pluto comes out. But we're not there yet. Right now, we're talking about Mufasa, Betrayal Leader. The sun will set when this character is banished. You may reveal the top card of your deck. And if that is a character, you may play that character for free. The interplay exerted. Otherwise, put it on top of your deck. So if you get an action, you get something else, it stays on the top of your deck, and then your opponent's going to know what you're going to draw next turn. But if it's a character, they come into play. And if it's a shift character, you could also play it for free onto the character that it could shift onto, if you so choose. But I don't think there would ever be a benefit. I guess if it's like Merlin, and it says if you shifted this character, look for a card, you can do stuff like that. It changes how the card is paid for. It is paid for free. And you get to play it for free. So you just decide where you play it. Do you play it on a character that you want to shift? Or do you just play it onto the board? You get to decide that. That's your choice. Now look at this hyena. He's got his tongue sticking out. That's crazy. I'm surprised that this doesn't have an alternate art, because it's been in so many decks. It's been so good. It's a really good legendary. If you're looking for a fun, spicy legendary, I don't think that this card will ever not be funny. I think that this card will be tried in every future set that ever comes out, because it's just such a fun thing to do. Like, yeah, Mufasa's just going to pop off. He's only a 3/3, but 3 can banish a lot of stuff, so you can throw your own Mufasa into stuff. And then, boom, top deck a better character, and then put it down. This Mulan, I really tried to make work with this shift Mulan, because you can shift her on 2. So you can play this for 2, and then you can do other stuff also. And there's other Mulan shift targets, but I specifically tried to make this Mulan combo work a lot. But I never made it work. She has the support ability, the free spirit. Everything looks better when you're free to be yourself. Ain't that right, Mulan? I like her armor. She's a Dreamborn hero princess. And then she's just kind of vanilla. She quests for 2 and she has support. So I guess she's not vanilla. She's a support character. But the one that we got to talk about is this Mulan. I think this Mulan was super spicy, but she just didn't do the things good enough or fast enough. Maybe she does now with the Mulan from Ursula's Return. That's a 1-drop. I think I tried it in that deck because I was really trying to just play Be Prepared for free with her ability here. You shift 2. And then you have the Honor to Ancestors. Whenever this character quest, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a song card, you may play it for free. Otherwise, put it on top of your deck. So, you quest her. You flip the top card. It's Be Prepared. Boom. Everybody's wiped. It is a maze, so you don't have to do that if you reveal Be Prepared. But I think this one is so spicy. I think that this one could be good. I have faith that somebody's going to make this work one day, but it's not going to be me. It's cool. I like it. It was Naveen before Naveen. We have Prince Naveen at home. It's even the same cost and inkable. And it doesn't get rid of the card. It puts it on the top of your deck, so you still have access to it. I like it. I like it a lot. There's Nana. Nana is one of those characters like Bucky, like Honest John, that didn't see its potential realized. It's got the same thing like what Bucky had. It's whenever you play a Floodborn character, you remove all damage from chosen character. Wow, it's all damage. You could just heal them up, dude. And this could pair well with the Pabby that says anytime that you heal, you gain lore, right? I think people are sleeping on the Nana Pabby Wombo combos, but that's okay. There's spice here. Keep an eye out for it. Nana is an option with your Floodborn decks. It is, and y'all are sleeping on it. And then you can just put it out there. It doesn't have ward, but like, they're not going to know what Nana does. Nana doo-doo. This is Piglet, the very small animal. For a very small animal, he has an awfully big heart. And this was an allusion to the broom decks. No, it isn't. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's a little ambery right there, right? I like Piglet. They gave Piglet a shift, didn't they? No. Is the Steel Legendary a Floodborn? Piglet not have a Floodborn yet? These are just Dreamborns. Floodborn Piglet's got to come out soon. It's got to be there eventually. Give us the Floodborn Piglet. Why does this one come up when I search pig? This is purely here to be a vanilla character. Quest for 2, which is alright. And if you want to play a Winnie the Pooh themed deck, here it is for you. But other than that, this Piglet is unremarkable. We got to talk about 2 Rapunzels real quick. This Rapunzel is a Floodborn. You can shift her on 3, and she has the Let Your Power Shine ability. Whenever you remove 1 or more damage from one of your characters, you may draw a card. Ooh, pair that with the Nana, and you'll be cooking. If you play a Floodborn, heal damage. And when you heal damage, boom. And these 2... the trigger would go into the bag at the same time. Like if you play Nana, if you already had Nana on board and you played Rapunzel down, both of these triggers would go into the bag at the same time, and then you could choose to resolve Nana first. What? You could either choose to draw a card first or heal all damage from a Floodborn character first, because they're both whenever. They both interrupt each other. There's Rapunzel. This one is the Sunshine. This is kind of a cool art. This one might be the best Rapunzel art. Another card that can pair well with a removal deck is this Rapunzel the Sunshine right here. You exert it, and then you remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. Ooh, kind of spicy. And you can do it for 2, and then you can shift her into the Rapunzel for a 3. Is it worth it? Maybe a little bit. This is Sleepy, and he's got that yawn ability. This character enters play exerted. Oof, ouch. I'll be honest, not the best. It doesn't make up for it with its stat line, especially when you just play a way better Amber card like Ariel Spectacular Singer on 3 that has the same stat line and isn't exerted when it enters play. Ariel's just a super good card, I get that. But Sleepy is not very good, but he does have the 7 doors keyword, and that's important because 7 doors are popping off eventually. I don't know when. This one you could play for 2, which is what you'd probably rather do. The Very Allergic. I really like that when they say Very Allergic. That's classy, dude. Chew. What an ability name. When you play this character or another 7 dwarfs character, you may give chosen character -1 strength this turn. How quirky. Is Sneezy just here for a 7 dwarves deck? Probably. Rise of the Floodborn Amber cards loved healing people, and this one is no exception. Snow White Lost in the Forest says, I won't hurt you when you bleed this character. You may remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. Heal them up, and it wouldn't hurt to top deck this in the late game. Is this the same stat line as that dwarf? It's a 2/2/3, and they cost 2. Wouldn't you rather play Snow White? You don't need to quest for the 2. This Snow White is uninkable. So what's up with her? You pay 1 less to play 7 dwarves characters. Ooh, I like it. That's pretty cool. I think you played 56 dwarves in this Snow White. That's what I'm going to try tomorrow, right? This Snow White is a Floodborn hero princess. You can shift around 4. When this character quests, you may return a character card from your discard to your hand, kind of like the Hades. When you play it, you can get a card back from your discard. Kind of like the Perdita. When you play it, you get to have a card that costs 1 or 2 back to your hand. No, you get to play it. Is this better than Perdita? It costs the same, but Perdita's inkable, right? Maybe not. The 3/5 quest for 2. Snow White could be spicy eventually, but she is not spicy now, nor has she seen good decks to play in. This queen is probably one of the best Amber cards ever, because you can shift her on 2 and then sing Whole New World on literally turn 2. It makes turn 2 Whole New Worlds possible only because that this card exists. And then she's got this nasty, crazy ability. It makes this card so good. It can hit for 4, it can quest for 2, and lots of times you're going to be questing for 2 for her. Because when you quest, you choose an opposing character to get -4 strength this turn, and then chosen character gets +4 strength this turn. Yeah, you could buff another person's character, and you could do that for a lot of reasons. Like you might want to throw in one of your characters and you want your character to be banished, like Merlin Rabbit or something. Like you want to be able to draw from Merlin Rabbit, so you give one of your opponents +4 strength. There's big ideas around this card. You can do some crazy things, but you have to do the ability. It's not a main. Whenever it quests, you have to give your opposing character -4, and then you have to give a chosen character +4. So chosen character could be your opposing characters or your characters, or no, that's just it. This queen has so much spice around her. I would love to see a different art of this queen because she's so playable. Why don't we have another art of her? We have so many different arts of Cinderella style arted, but the queen, that's sicko mode. And then this is the shift art for the queen. She's a 1-drop. Now there's a couple more 1-drops in blue for the queen, but this one is the original one. And look at her just sitting in her chair, just being so prim and proper. Don't question her. Don't doubt her, and above all, don't disobey her, or else she'll shift on too and sing whole new world. Am I right? This is the Hold Still card. It's an action card, and like I was saying, Amber loves healing cards. Remove up to 4 damage from chosen character. You pair that with a Grandpappy, and then you're cooking. The Last Stand, 2-cost uninkable action. Banish chosen characters who was challenged this turn. So you have to challenge it. And then you banish them for 2 ink. So it's a way worse Dragonfire because you have to meet a lot of expectations. You already have to have a character on board, and then your opponent has to have a exerted character to be able to challenge him. This is a wombo combo that isn't the best. And I think that this card right here, the World's Greatest Criminal Mind, definitely would take the spot of this any day of the week, because if you want to banish something after you challenged it, they're probably going to be a strong boy. And then this one, World's Greatest Criminal Mind, it banishes strong boys like Tamatoa. Banish chosen character with 5 strength or more. That's the song card that way beats out this action. Painting the Roses red saw some play in Emerald Amber decks to be able to draw cards and give people negative strength to be able to hit the Under the Sea. Up to 2 chosen characters gets -1 strength this turn. And then you also get to draw a card, which is lovely. Card draw is incredible. It costs 2. But you get a lot of benefit out of it, and you can play for free because it's a song. You can exert one of your characters to sing it. It's a good deal. 0 to Hero is spicy. I really like it. You got to watch out for the 0 to Hero. It's spice. You got to know about it. A character with 2 or more can exert to sing the song for free. Count the number of characters you have in play. Say you have 2 characters in play. You play that amount ink less for the next character you play this turn. So if you have 2 characters in play, you play this card, you pay 2 less. You could play a card for 4 on turn 2 if you sing this with your 2-cost card. I don't know. It has a lot of good things it can do. It's almost just as good as Just in Time. And it's a song, so you can sing it. I like it. It's spicy. It's good. The Dragon Gem. You pay it down for 3 uninkable. And then you gotta exert it and pay 3 ink. Return a character with support from your discard to your hand. So you gotta find a support character. What card do you want from support? I don't know, because I'm not playing this card, and I don't think you will be either. I don't think Dragon Gem is a good card right now, but maybe we have a whole support deck eventually. The Alice one, I guess, but like, it didn't see play in Alice, and Alice was only good a little bit. Like, Alice doesn't pop off. There's other stuff that goes faster. Sleepy's Flute, unprecedented, dude. Exert, if you played a song this turn, gain 1 lore. The Sleepy's Flute doesn't have to be on the board to hear the song because the game remembers what's going on. They just asked, did you play a song this turn? Gain a lore. Sleepy's Flute doesn't have to hear the song. Don't get it twisted. The prices of this have fallen. This used to be like an $8 foil or something. Let's check out this price chart. Sleepy's Flute used to pop off. We'll go here to the cold foil. Oh, maybe it just got large. This is what I'm talking about. Like, back in the day, it used to be a $5. I thought it was an $8, and now it's slowly creeping up. Now it's a $3. It used to be a $5. Rested around $4. At least it's not $5 for the foil. If you don't have a playset of these and you plan on playing Steel Song, you might consider getting a playset of these because they go in and out of style. Like, sometimes they have lanterns, sometimes they have these, sometimes they have Queen Sensor Core. But That's just how it is. Sleepy Salute pops off. It does good. This is the enchanted card that we got in Amber, and this is the other enchanted card that we got in Amber. Two ladies. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. We're getting so close to 1,000 subscribers. We talk about all the different cards on Mondays. And next week, we'll talk about all of the Amethyst cards in Rise of the Floodborn, starting with Arthur. Ooh, I gave up on Arthur. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to y'all later.